and Minister for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India. We are here to listen to the address by the Honorable Minister and provide a better insight into the Indian MSME and infrastructure sectors, which promises to pave growth in the post-COVID-19 world. As a reminder, all participant lines will be unmuted during the presentation and Minister's special address. There will be an opportunity for each one of you to ask questions after the special address by the Honorable Minister. Please click the raise hand icon to ask any question. In case of participants joining via PSTN line, their line will be unmuted after the Minister address. We will start the session by a brief presentation prepared by my colleague, Mr. Vibhor Singhal, Vice President Head, Infrastructure, Phillip Capital. Over to you, Vibhor.
Thanks, Deepika. Good morning and good evening, everyone. Before the Honorable Cabinet Minister, Mr. Gatkari, starts his presentation, I would just like to take a few minutes of your time to gloss over his achievements in the past 6 years in the infrastructure space and the opportunities that lie ahead of us. We have prepared a small presentation which I would like to share with you. It's a very small one, but will take more than 20 minutes, and I would like to draw your attention to that. So, Mr. Gatkari, while today heads the Ministry for Roads and MSME, in the earlier government, the Modi 1.0, he had done multiple hats in charge of four very critical ministries. He handled all of them with amazing deftness and has achieved milestones like none before, accomplishments that no one ever thought were possible in this country. As a Minister of Road Transport and Highways, he oversaw the pace of highway construction jump from 12 kilometers per day in 2014 to 31 kilometers per day in December 2018. He also introduced the innovative HAM model and the Bharat Mala Pariyojana, which is actually the Bharat Mala Pariyojana, which basically laid down the foundation of the entire highway construction for the next decade in the country. As a Minister of Shipping, he helped expand the port's capacity from 800 million tons per annum to 1451 million tons in FY18, and today it stands at more than 1500 million tons per annum. He also introduced the game-changing DPD, direct to port delivery model, and the Sagar Mala project, which involves 4 trillion investment in ports over the next 5 years. He also, as a Minister of Inland Waterways, he initiated the work of creating a network of waterways in India. The Varanasi multimodal terminal was inaugurated in November 2018, and in the same month, we saw the first container cargo ship sail from Haldia to Varanasi, carrying the cargo for PepsiCo, and the same ship traveled back on its way carrying the fertilizer cargo for IFCO on the same ship. As a Minister of Ganga Rejuvenation, he achieved what all his predecessors were not able to achieve. Over rupees 163 billion of projects were sanctioned in FY14 to 18, and the sewage network quadrupled from 667 kilometers in FY14 to 2,931 kilometers in FY18. As we look at right now, looking ahead, Mr. Gadkari remains in charge of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and has taken additional responsibility for Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises in this government. The government recently unveiled the National Infrastructure Pipeline, a mammoth rupees 111 trillion in pipeline of infrastructure projects to be invested over the next 5 years. This lays down the roadmap for huge investment opportunity in the infrastructure sector over the next 5 years. 18% of the investment in NIP, rupees 20 trillion, is expected to be made in the road sector, including the Bharat Mala and the state road and highway projects. This sector represents the second largest investment opportunity in the infra space after the energy sector. Mr. Gadkari continues to leverage his invaluable experience and innovative thinking to fund and execute this mammoth pipeline in the road sector. As for the MSME sector, the micro, small and medium enterprises, as it is known to be, it has got a high-profile minister probably for the first time. It also underscores the emphasis that this government places on reviving and growing this sector. The sector has been hit hardest by the COVID-19 pandemic, with failing demand for their products and supply-side issues as well. The government of India has tried to turn this adversity into an opportunity by giving out special packages to the MSME industry. The rupees 20 trillion package, COVID-19 package that was announced by the government, has the maximum allocation to the MSME sector. Apart from the rupees 3 trillion collateral-free automatic loans to the industries, many other provisions announced in this package. The definition for the MSME has also been broadened so as to include more companies under the umbrella, which can then avail the benefit applicable to the industry. The MSME industry also forms an integral part of government strategy to make India Atmanirbhar or self-reliant. The government is pushing Indian companies to start manufacturing level at an unprecedented level in India, and one cannot rule out further incentives for them on this path. Under the guidance and able leadership of Mr. Gadkari, MSME sector promises to be one of the most attractive investment destinations in India over the next 5 years. Overall, it would not be an exaggeration to say that Mr. Gadkari has permanently transformed the manner in which infrastructure projects are executed in India and set a very high performance benchmark across ministries. His relentless efforts to ensure projects are delivered on time and his out-of-the-box thinking solutions have truly taken India to the cusp of supernormal growth. We hope to see him continuing his efforts in whatever role he takes upon and look forward to hearing more about them from the man himself just after this session. Thank you very much. Now I request Mr. Vineet Bhatnagar, MD and CEO, Phillip Capital India, to welcome and facilitate the Honorable Minister. Over to you, Vineet.
Thanks, Vibhor. Namaskar and Jai Hind, Gadkari ji. The entire team of Phillip Capital welcomes you. We sincerely appreciate that you have taken time out of your very busy schedule to address and interact with the US institutional investors. Everyone, once again, a very warm welcome to you for attending this special and interactive session with Honorable Cabinet Minister, Mr. Nitin Gadkari. This is the inaugural session for the India Focus Emerging Market Conference organized by Phillip Capital India and Rosenblatt Securities, which starts tomorrow till 18th June. Mr. Gadkari is one of the most prominent decision makers in the Indian cabinet and also one of the most successful ministers in the government of India. He has over 2 decades of experience in public life and administration of various ministries. He has always shown his proclivity to implement new ideas. He has backed new technology as a driver for the futuristic growth of the country. As elaborated by my colleague Vibhor just now, Mr. Gadkari has achieved exceptional milestones in the ministries that he held in the first term of Prime Minister Modi's cabinet, and now in the second term, he's spearheading 2 of the most important ministries, transport and MSME, on the growth plan, especially in the COVID-19, post-COVID-19 world. Sir, we are certain that all of us will find this session very insightful. We also hope that it turns out to be a useful one from your point of view. Shri Gadkari ji, I invite you now to give your special address to our audience today.
Thank you very much. All dear respectable friends, it is really a great pleasure and pride for me to interact with you. Presently in India, we are facing very crucial problem of coronavirus, and really particularly situation in Mumbai and Delhi is we are in a very difficulties and we are facing good problem. But I am confident that in due course of time, we will be definitely going to win war against this virus, coronavirus. And as early as possible, we are waiting for vaccine. The whole world is now waiting for that. I listened a lot of experiments in USA also successfully implemented, and on the basis of that, even India is also a lot of institutions and scientists are working on it. And the vaccine is the ultimate solution for that. We are waiting for that. But at the same time, we are facing economic war. And I always feel that this economic war, the most important thing is not only India is facing, but the whole world is facing this problem. So this is exactly, I feel that the way in which the whole world now have a lot of reaction about China. I don't want to make more comments on it. It's a sensitive subject. But the whole world is now interested to find out some new destiny, new option for them. I feel that positively India is definitely going to be a very good viable option for all the investors in the world. as far as the skilled manpower, engineering talent, young power, the India has got the huge potential. India has got the huge market, at the same time availability of raw material, and Indian MSMEs, Indian industries, now they are in the process of development, and now our export is continuously going to increase. The first of all, in this already most important thing is our total GDP coming up to 200 lakh crores, out of which 20 lakh crore package is already declared by the Prime Minister. And the economists and experts, they are expecting that in the state government and central government, there will be a budgetary at least shortage of some 10 lakh crore budget deficit, and probably this is the time for the country that we need more foreign investment. And I am confident that India is a most secure place where you can make your investment. Actually, there are 2-3 important things in the whole world. The way in which insurance economy, pension economy, and particularly the share market develop, in that way now India has got the huge potential. First of all, we have taken a decision in MSME that the MSME, those who are making good export, they are making good turnover in the bank, good income tax record is good, GST record is good. We will make a simple methodology by which we can fix up their rating. On the basis of that, we will give them permission to raise the fund from the capital market. But before taking entry into the capital market, government will contribute maximum 15% in their equity, and they will then go into capital market and they will raise the capital. It is really a great pleasure and pride for me in Indian scenario. The lot of industries, they are doing excellent job in MSME also. The 48% of Indian export is from MSME. 30% of the growth of GDP in the GDP is from MSME, and up till now we have already created 11 crore jobs. So now we have also taken a lot of decision. Regarding this fund of fund, we are already making provision of 50,000 crore, and where we are giving it into a equity form. So this fund of fund is very important, which will combine with other funds. Now the fund of fund is of 10,000 crore, which will combine with other fund to create fund of 50,000 crore for equity infusion in fast growing high potential MSMEs. So first of all, actually yesterday I have a video conference with the industrialist from Dubai. I suggest them that it is imperative for you to invest in India because returns are very good. So regarding now what the approach of the government is, the foreign investment we can get in MSME, and now the idea is we can, now it is in the process. I am not the expert of the subject, but probably the idea is there will be a MSME stock exchange in National Stock Exchange, in Bombay Stock Exchange, everywhere, and where there will be the investor can invest their money in MSME stock exchange, particularly in any MSME which is coming to capital market. So this can be a good opportunity, and those MSMEs are having a very, very good track record, good rating, good turnover, good export, good income tax record, good GST record. Only that first stage we are going to select that MSME for that. Now the second important thing is we have changed the definition of MSME. So that is also very important, and I will tell you how much revolutionary this change is. First of all, in the previous criteria, their classification was manufacturing and service enterprise was different. Now we are making it in a one classification, manufacturing and services. And now the criteria for micro was investment rupees 25 lakh. Now we have increased it up to 1 crore. And in a turnover of 10 lakh, now it goes to 5 crore. So it is for micro. The small industry, the investment was 5 crore. Now we have extended it up to 10 crore. turnover was 2 crore, we have make it 50 crore. The most important thing in medium industry where we change, the investment was 10 crore, now we have taken it up to 250 crore. So you understand how much this decision we have taken is going to change the total future of MSME and which will be helpful for them. And the investment for 10 crore and investment up to 50 crore in the plant, machinery, investment and equipment. And the turnover is to 250 crore. So sorry, first actually I wrongly say it is 50 crore in investment and turnover 250 crore, and export is excluded from all the criteria, micro, small and medium. So this is also one of the very revolutionary decision taken by the government. Then we have already restructured 6 lakh MSMEs, and now we have also formulate subordinate debt fund of 20,000 crore. This is going to helpful the MSME, those who are facing the problem. In a present policy, bank is not positioned to restructure them. So we can take the equity in that MSME by supporting them, and after that bank will be in position to restructure them. So 2 lakh MSME will be benefited. The 3 lakh crore loan which has already, it is collateral free, and on the same document they will get it, 20% additional loan, where their loan is up to 25 crore and turnover up to 100 crore. They will get the benefit of it. At least 45 lakh MSME will get the benefit of it. Now we are immediately want to develop this e-market portal, that is a e-market place for MSME. We are in the position, today also I discussed first, we was trying to make collaboration with Commerce Ministry, but now we will make it independently. So we are on the same line, as early as possible we are going to do it. So the most important thing is, in MSME now our emphasis is on village industry. The village industry turnover up to last March was 88,000 crore. And now our idea is to make this turnover up to 5 lakh crore. This is my watch from Titan, and this is the belt is from Khadi. We are already, a lot of changes are there now in the Khadi and village industry. This watch is manufactured by Titan, and when I launch it in Delhi, within a month it was out of market. Ladies watch and gents watch, the price was 5,000 rupees. So now this type of new innovative idea we are doing it, and there is a lot of demand. Even for honey, blue economy, biofuels. Now we are allowing making ethanol from corn, food grain, and there is a huge potential. Presently the size of ethanol economy is 20,000 crore. So we are now planning it to make it up to 1 lakh crore. So we have surplus sugar. Now we are exporting sugar from India, giving subsidy of 6,000 crore for 60 lakh ton of sugar. So in place of making sugar, we can convert sugar into ethanol, bioethanol, and we can add it to the petrol. We have got now ethanol bike, ethanol scooter, ethanol car, ethanol buses, and even in flex engine like USA, Brazil and Canada, we can use petrol and ethanol both. So now we are now planning for making of ethanol economy. Even one of the company in India, Praj from Pune, Praj Industries, they have now completely in position, they are proven technology that from ethanol we can make aviation fuel and we can make even marine fuel. And so also there is a lot of project they have already complete the research, and there is a huge potential is available in India because we have got rice stock up to coming 3 years, wheat stock for coming 3 years, sugar stock for coming 2 years. So this is the situation. So now we need to diversify agriculture towards particularly the energy crops, and now we are working on that line. I am only giving you example of this blue economy. We have 7,500 kilometers of seafront is available, and our fishermen using their boat, they can go up to 7 nautical miles. When I was a shipping minister, in our Cochin shipyard with the collaboration of one institute, they are already manufactured one trawler. The cost is 1 crore 25 lakhs. We have already given 100 trawler to Tamil Nadu government, and that trawler is now going up to 100 nautical mile. So now idea is just like farmer produce companies, we will make fish produce companies, and they will create equity of 25 lakhs from 5 fishermen or 2.5 lakh from each. That 10 fishermen will contribute 25 lakh. 1 crore will be given by the government, and we will give them trawler. They can go up to 100 nautical mile. There is a factory for ice and everything, all type of sophisticated arrangement already there, by which we can increase the production of fishing in India by at least 6 times. So presently the volume of blue economy is 1 lakh crore. Our idea is to make it 5 lakh crore. Then we are concentrating on honey. We have already increased the budget on that. So the village industry's turnover is, my target is within 2 years we want to make it 5 lakh crores turnover in village industry. The 115 aspirant district, agriculture, rural and tribal area, where we have already identified a lot of projects, and agro MSME is the new idea, and the skilling in agriculture and agro products processing industries, which are equally important. We need to develop pre-cooling plant, cold storage capacity for fruits, vegetable. That is very important. We have got tremendous potential for that. And now we are thinking of going for organic. We have a successful experiments, and there is a huge potential in making of this already all this export. In one of my area in my companies now, they are exporting vegetable to Canada. So we are already supplying vegetable to Dubai, and it's from Vidarbha area. So it's a good potential. So we need to have more concentration on rural, agriculture, tribal and 115 aspirant districts. Now we have a portal named as Champion, where anywhere anyone have any grievances, just 9th May we have launched, and now we have at least resolved the problem more than 50,000. Whatever the grievances from which they have submitted to the portal, we have resolved the issues. So we are in process to take the fast track decision making process, transparency, ease of business. We need to already World Bank has increased our rank, but we are constantly on how to make economic reform, administrative reform and changing in ease of business, and to give in transparency, time bound decision making process and corruption free system. That is exactly we are emphasis on the system. So the MSME is now already in India 80 to 90% of the roads are now with full speed NHI. They are all the traffic is going on. Then we have giving permission to all trade business. There are some restriction, but the people are now moving on the road. Industry are already started. Export import in the ports is already started. Then road construction is already started. The other my point is related with your investment in the road sector, and where this is a success story, that we have 480 projects where already land acquisition, by including land acquisition cost, these projects are economically viable on the toll. For this year, presently our toll income may come up to 28,000 crore. But for this year, there are 2-3 months we are facing some problem. But I don't know what will be exactly, it will be go up to it. But in end of this year, we will go up to 40,000 crore. So idea is within 5 years, we can make our income of 1 lakh crore. And now we are thinking of starting petrol pump, the roadside amenities. Today I have a presentation, we have a presentation with the Prime Minister, and there was a suggestion from the committee to make the malls, particularly fruit, vegetable shops, juice center, by using the handloom, handicrafts of that area and all the things that can be possible for the tourists, they can purchase from that area. And we can make petrol pump will be there, small shops will be there, mall will be there, all type of this facility will be there. There will be a big parking place, garden place, restaurants, hotels, malls, food malls. So now idea is, we are planning to start at least 2,000 petrol pump, CNG or LNG stations on our national highway. The land will be given by NHI, a ministry, and a petrol pump from the oil company, and we will get the commission on it on per liter or per kg. That is the idea. Then we are making industrial clusters. I am giving an example. We are making Delhi to Mumbai Green Express Highway. The highway cost is 1 lakh crore approximately. But our alignment is now coming starting from Sona in Haryana near Gurgaon. It going to Sawai Madhopur, Alwar, then going to Jhabua, Ratlam, Vadodara to Mumbai. The most interesting thing is this highway is from the backward and tribal area of Haryana, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. So land acquisition rate is approximately 10 to 20 lakhs rupees per acre. Actually, the present alignment near to Ahmedabad, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara, the land acquisition rate come to 3 crore rupees per acre. So now we have saved already 16,000 crore on this project. Land acquisition is completed. The width of the road is 120 kilometer. We are making 12 lane cement concrete road. First phase 8 lane. And now we are also planning, I have visited in Sweden, one company, to make it a electric road. Our idea is to run our trucks, buses on electricity. There will be a 20 kilometer charging system will be there. A rail will be there to the downside. They can charge up to 20 kilometer in the running system, the truck and bus. After that, they can go up to 200 kilometer. Again, they can charge. This type of technology now, actually the company was giving me presentation, but there are, because of all this situation, it is to be postponed. So basically this highway is now you can take your car from Delhi to Mumbai maximum 13 hours, 12 to 13 hours. We have already completed, it's within 6 months we will complete, but Delhi to Meerut Express Highway. So now previously there was 4.5 hours from Meerut to Delhi, but now within 6 months the highway already, some part of highway is open. The 16 lane road is there near Swaminarayan Mandir in Delhi, and now we are expecting within 45 minutes from Meerut to Delhi. We are making now highway, the land acquisition started from Delhi to Amritsar and Katra. So there will be only 4 hours from Delhi to Amritsar you can go. That will be a axis control green express highway, and we are making 22 green express highway. Now in our act, it is already the permission is there, but we are taking the opinion, legal opinion also, that we can develop roadside amenities, we can develop industrial park, smart cities, smart villages. Now I am giving an example, I am giving proposal to leather industry. The leather industry's turnover is 1,45,000 crore, out of which 85,000 crore is domestic market and 45 to 55,000 crore is export. So there are the industries scattered somewhere in Chennai, some Agra, Kanpur, Noida, then Gurgaon, then Mumbai, Dharavi. Lot of people, 1,50,000 people are working on leather in Dharavi. You understand, you can just imagine how much problem they are facing. So our idea is to make industrial clusters, food cluster, plastic cluster, where road connectivity to airport, railway station and ports will be our responsibility. With the help of other agency, we can make water, power, transport and communication. That infrastructure will be developed. And even we are now ready to develop this type of logistic park, industrial cluster in joint venture. We can go for the tender. If the association or a industry can come there, we can develop it. And even we are ready to give him 51% equity, that he can take the charge for development. We don't have any problem. The good agency, if are there with a transparent process, we can do it. So this type of development we can do it. Already the Delhi-Mumbai highway, out of 62 package, 32 package are already awarded, and I am confident within 3 years we are going to complete this project. So in NHI, we have AAA rating. So now first time we are very seriously, already our finance member Mr. Sharma, Ashish Sharma is on the already there. Then Mr. Nilesh Sate, the retired executive director of LIC. Now he is our financial advisor. He is a very important person in the financial world. He is also there, and my private secretary Sanket is there. Now in NHI, we are now giving priority to get more investment from insurance fund, pension funds, from World Bank, from ADB, BRICS Bank, and all type of foreign investors. We are now interested to take the fund from them. I am only clear the thing, don't misunderstood me. Our AAA rating NHI is there. We are on a solid platform. We have got all economically viable project. Our internal rate of return is good. So first of all, to get government guarantee for any loan, it's very difficult in the system. So those who want to invest and they want sovereign guarantee or government guarantee, we will not ready to give any government guarantee for that. We will give the guarantee of NHI. If suppose where some insurance fund, pension fund, if they want it, we can make tri-party agreement, we can make it, and we can make an escrow account. If he want daily income, he can get it. If he can want weekly, we can give it. If you want monthly, he can take monthly. First 2 years, 3 years will be monitoring period for construction. And now the infrastructure loan, the foreign investor, their proposal is that they want to finance for 25 years, 30 years. Indian banks are now giving loan for 10 to 15 years. So for 30 years also we are ready for that. Only problem is there that is important, that is about hedging. Because dollar rupees fluctuation, that is the problem. So even NHI is not in position to take it, because as a government institution, there are a lot of things we can do it, but it will be difficult for us to make the hedging for it. So my request is, by considering the hedging cost, if they can give this fund in rupees, that will be nothing like that. Today actually we have already finalized one credit line with the one foreign bank also. Now the bankers are also ready, and because of the situation in the whole world, it is also a great problem for the investor that where to invest. And this NHI is totally a success story. It's just like a gold mine. Our toll collection is every year is increased, and we are ready to give the escrow account. And suppose if there is any problem, from last 5-10 years on the BOT project, 15 years when we are allotted BOT projects, now their project is coming back to NHI. So that is our income. So anything is happen anywhere, we can even contribute from that income to, we can pay the money to them. So there is no problem, it is 100% secured. So in the infrastructure now we are planning at least awarded the work contracts more than 15 lakh crore within 2 years. Because our problem in Indian economy is the liquidity is the problem. Without liquidity, we cannot accelerate the wheel of economy. And that is the reason that either it is in MSME, either it is infrastructure in road sector, or either it is railway, shipping, port, anywhere. I am just giving you an example of success story. When I was shipping minister, my budget was 800 crore. In 5 years, my budget comes to 4,000 crore. But in Sagarmala, the total project was of 16 lakh crore, and my 5 years regime, we have completed project more than 6 lakh 50,000 crore in the port sector. So you imagine how much we are giving priority for private public investment, and that is the success story. So regarding road sector, there is no problem. Even if you want to take the advantage of when the road is under construction, the land acquisition cost is 10 lakh rupees per acre. But after completing this highway, the land acquisition cost will be 1 crore, 2 crore rupees per acre. So even we can make the joint venture partnership for acquiring land also. The NHI will require, because the private person, they don't have permission, but we can share the profit, and by which we can plan for logistic power, for industrial clusters, smart cities, smart villages. So that can be possible. So presently there is a huge potential for investment in India, and I feel that the insurance fund, pension funds, then the particularly investment in MSME, even I will suggest you can invest in banks, Indian banks. We are now thinking to find out some way out for that. You can invest in NBFC. Now government is supporting NBFC. So in Indian scenario now we need more foreign investment. Without that we cannot increase the liquidity in the market. Without liquidity we cannot accelerate the wheel of economy, and without that we cannot create employment potential with the need of the country. So that is exactly the roadmap of Indian economy now. So we are working on lot of solution. Now this is the chance for Indian industry to upgrade the technology. This is the chance for the industry to get foreign capital, and I feel that 100% there are now we are planning to increase our export and reduce our import. We are going to publish one report, one book of last 3 years track record, and where already we have successfully now in Agarbatti 4,000 crore for the import was there. Now we have completely now in Indian scenario we are making it. Now PPA kit, 2 months before we have taken PPE kit from China by special flight. Today we are making 5 lakhs PPE kit, and our people are now getting order from abroad. They are exporting PPE kit and government is giving permission for them. The sanitizer, now we are exporting sanitizer to Gulf countries. So India has got a huge potential, and I feel that because of there is no compromise with the quality, good quality, punctuality, delivery on time, that is very important. And at the same time we need to reduce the logistic cost, power cost, labor cost. Ultimately it is going to reduce the production cost without compromise with the quality. That is very important. That's the reason that we are planning for clusters. So I feel that there is a huge potential. Some of the agency has rated that within a year we will go up to 8% GDP. But presently the economic situation is challenging. I always talking to the people that there are some people who convert problems into opportunities, and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problem. So let us accept it as a challenge, and we will convert into opportunities. We are working hard. The Prime Minister deems to making Indian economy of 5 trillion within 5 years and 100 lakh crores of infrastructure. We are all working. The most important thing which we need is to positivity, fast track decision making process, transparency, corruption free system, and the most important thing in today's atmosphere we need to increase self confidence in the mind of all stakeholders. So we are working all the time. I have already interacted more than 15 crore people in last 1.5 months. Every day I am talking with different associations, different managements, different people. Even yesterday I have talked with a investor in Dubai. So every time I am talking with the people, the world is facing the problem. I feel that you are also in USA, your problem is also very crucial. But for the God's sake, you are all safe. I am giving my all best wishes to all of you for your good health. And once again, it's a good interaction that I got opportunity to interact with you because of Phillip Capital. I'm giving my special thanks to them. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Now you can ask me the question. I will try to answer your questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gadkari, for sharing the vision of your ministries and the focus of Government of India. I believe that some of the concrete steps that you just outlined are not only path-breaking, but I think almost all of them are very pragmatic. We will now open the floor for Q&A so that our participants can interact with you directly. Sir, we have received questions from some investors in advance, which my colleague Archan Vyas, who services US and offshore institutions, and Mr. David Sonan, our business partner from Rosenblatt Securities, will pose to you. The Q&A session will be managed by my colleague Shankar. So now the proceedings to him. Shankar.
Sir, ladies and gentlemen.
You can start it. Yes.
Thanks, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we open the floor for Q&A. As a reminder, all participants' line will be in the mute-only mode. Should we need any assistance or ask a question, please click the raise hand icon. In case of participants joining via PSTN line, their line will be unmuted after each question for 5 seconds to ask a question. Sir, now I open the floor for Q&A. We have the first question from the line of Mr. David Sonnen, Rosenblatt Securities.
Thank you. While the operator assembles the queue, I have a few questions that were collected earlier from some of the participants. The first one is, what has been the ground impact of the recent steps announced in the financial package on the MSME sector? How do you see the industry reviving over the next 6 to 12 months?
Actually,
we are not getting food review from the MSME industry of the whole country. But we are now receiving the information that the industries have started Some industries are facing the problem because of migrant labor. But now migrant laborers are also coming back, and 40%, 50%, somewhere it is 80% industries is already running. As far as the road construction is concerned, is 90% contract already started. They are doing now work with the speed. But the rainy season is now in India, so there are some problems. But exactly now, though we are facing the problem for this COVID, still the industry is moving now, and they are all the system are also charged, and the majority industries, particularly I am giving example of scooter industry, Bajaj scooter. They are working on the capacity of 70 to 80% now. The TVS, they 70 to 80% they are working. So majority industries are now, they are making export, everything is started, and there are some problems, but still the industry is now started, and at least up to 30 to 40% less, up to the 30 to 40% some industries are there, and some of the industry are now are more than 70-80% of their production, they are now going ahead. And the package is good. People are confident, and we have first time given the package of 20 lakh crore, and the package is given to all stakeholders. Even also we have deposited money in the accounts of 35 crore people who have bank account in Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, the poor people also. So we are now already giving our wheat and rice with a very reasonable rate, allowing them to take it. So many things we have taken a decision is this time, and supporting industry, supporting poor people, and I feel that atmosphere is positive and good. But problem is also equally very crucial, and we need to positivity and self-confidence by which we are definitely going to win war against coronavirus. At the same time, we will win economic war.
Thank you. One more question from me. As the Atma Nirbhar schemes focuses on making India self-reliant, what more steps from the government do you foresee for the MSME industry? And with specific segments like textile, manufacturing, electronics, do you see that can turn out to be big for India over the next decade?
Already in the world scenario now, you already know that there is a lot of reaction in the mind of the people in the whole world about China. So it is also a blessing in disguise. India has got a huge technical manpower, young manpower, and now at the same time having ability. So the technology point of view, now foreign investor is also interested. We have received a lot of offers from the many industries also. We have a special joint secretary for that because of coordination. And at the same time, I feel that the most important character of this policy is to make more export and reduce imports, upgradation of technology, creating more employment potential, and creating more employment potential in rural, tribal, agriculture, and 115 aspirant districts which are socially, economically, educationally backward, and where we are now trying to make it everywhere there will be Atmanirbhar, that is the self-sufficient concept. On the basis of that, we are working on village economy, we are working on handloom handicrafts, we are working on skill, we are working on organic agriculture, different type of fields where under the leadership of Prime Minister, we have already visualized the vision for that, and where we want to make Indian economy strong. And that is exactly the dream. That is the concept of the feeling which is behind all this concept.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now I will, yeah. So next question is from the line of Mr. Archan Vyas from Phillip Capital. Archan, your line has been unmuted.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking time out. Sincerely appreciate you taking time out. Uh, so my question being, sir, how has been the business framework, or has the business framework been ready for exports? And second question has been that which are the areas that you see really doing well in next 5 years?
Actually, actually, our export and import data is available, and particularly starting from engineering to agriculture, textile to handloom handicrafts. Everywhere there is a huge potential. Now, what are the things particularly which was the strength for China? The technology and manpower. At the same time, the cost of production, which is equally important. On the basis of that, we now trying our level best. We have a lot of technology available in the country. But at the same time, if we need, we can make upgradation of technology, taking use of new technology which is anywhere in the world we can adopt it. And at the same time, I feel that the most important power for the future development is knowledge. The innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill, and successful practices, we name it as knowledge, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. And that is the reason that our software engineers, the way in which they are contributing in the whole world. Now our medical professionals, they are doing excellent jobs. So this is the time that in higher education, in the skill development, in the technical education, all time we are giving special priority for that. At the same time, by using this trained, skilled manpower, by using the new technology, we are definitely going to transform our industry. And this is the approach we have taken not only for industry, but it's for all agriculture also. From starting honey to milk products, everywhere we are now using the standards and parameters of international standards. And I feel that as far the cost is concerned, we will be really more competitive. And even by considering the particularly the majority in the country in the world, they have a lot of business relationship with China regarding taking material from them, regarding their factory, their investment in China. The way in which this mind setup is now changing, it is also going to helpful to India. And we are now working all this thing. We are now for getting more foreign investment. 3 states, UP, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, they even offer them that we can change our labor laws. So lot of new economic reform, we have already taken a decision. Ease of business point of view, already our rank is now World Bank is giving a good ranking. It is already increased. So the way in which basically we are trying, so that is the future for the India, where we need to increase our export, and at the same time we have to go to adopt new technology available in the world by which we can be more competitive. At the same time, our people, the engineer people, the talented youth power which we have, skilled manpower, young manpower, that is also one of the assets. On the basis of that, 100% we will be competitive and to the whole world. This is our vision, and we are all working hard on implementing this vision in the country.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Thank you.
For participants joining via PSTN line, their line will be unmuted for 5 seconds to ask a question. I'm unmuting your line for 5 seconds, sir. If you wish to ask a question, you can go ahead and ask. Next question is from the line of Mr. David Sonnen from Rosenblatt Securities.
Thank you. How do you see the geopolitical situation, particularly vis-a-vis China, affecting long-term GDP growth? Do you see it as an opportunity or a threat?
I am only responsible for MSME ministry and road ministry. It will not be appropriate to make any comments on sensitive subjects which are related with the foreign ministry. and the PMO, the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister will be the appropriate person who can answer your question.
All right, I guess I should have been more detailed. On the sectors that you follow, particularly infrastructure and industrial, do you see it as an opportunity?
100%.
I feel that regarding infrastructure, there is a huge opportunity. We are the fastest growing economy, and only I will tell you about, we have got the highest network of national highway in the country. And our number of vehicles, particularly car and buses, trucks, and is very increased. Our automobile industry's growth is very high, and now presently it's have a turnover of 4,50,000 crore. All world best brands are now present in Indian automobile industry, and now on electric vehicle also we are very with a fast speed. We are developing electric bike, electric scooter, then electric car, electric buses. Then we are now also trying, I am also transport minister, that the reason I am telling you the details about it. We have ethanol, methanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, electric, and even hydrogen fuel cell also we are working on it. So definitely it is going to be a good boost for our industry, automobile industry, and automobile industry is depending upon the road construction. We have good highway, and that is the reason that the number of vehicle purchased by the people, every time this number is increased. So this can be advantage. There is also advantage of public transport system on electricity. Ropeway, cable car, funicular railway. When I was water resources minister, signed the agreement with the Doffelmayr, the Austrian company, which has got a big share in the market for ropeway, cable car and funicular railway. India has got a huge potential for that. Even we are now starting this broad gauge metro. Even the metro cities, that there is also a huge potential. The power sector in solar energy, actually really India is now giving a lot of priority for that. Even the hydropower, wind power, already it is already developed. So I feel that for the infrastructure point of view, there is a huge potential is available. And about road sector, it's one of the success story where you can take the track record of our all projects and you will be well convinced. So there will be no problem. It's really a golden opportunity for investment. Even in Indian market also we are getting good funds, and banks are also supporting us. The insurance companies are also supporting us. But this is a success story. But now we are trying to attracting more foreign investment, and we are trying to take some insurance fund, pension fund. We have already signed the agreement with the one bank for getting foreign loan, FDI in infrastructure, and 100% FDI is allowed in infrastructure. There is no problem.
Next question is from the line of Mr. Vibhor Singhal, Phillip Capital.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for taking time out for this lovely presentation. Sir, my question was on the road segment specifically. Since 2014, the entire burden of financing the road construction in India has fallen on NHAI's shoulders. And the primary reason is that the BOT model does not seem to have picked up, and people are, and the companies are also not interested in that. However, we are seeing a very good pickup in foreign funds actually buying BOT projects post COD. So Phillip Capital, in fact, did a recent research report in which we analyzed there was more than rupees 300 billion of investment which has come in the form of InvITs in different road projects. So what is the government or NHI or the ministry planning to do to revive the BOT model, because that can help you multiply the kind of road construction that we are doing at this time?
Actually, we have decided to go for tender for 3,000 kilometers in BOT, and there are some companies who are ready to bid for that. But at the same time, you are absolutely correct. Even I am trying to convince my people many times that we can make the road on EPC mode, and after the starting toll for 2 years, when the toll will be stabilized, we can monetize that for 30 years. So that can be a good idea. Now Indian banks are also ready to support NHI. They don't have any problem to deal with NHI. But because of the situation in the market, particularly of the construction company, is not good. When I taken charge as the minister, there were 406 projects costing 3,85,000 crore was toll project. We have terminated project more than 40,000 crore, and now we have already find out the way out, and with the cooperation of bankers and all the concerning stakeholders, we resolve the problem, and now the situation is changed. But in the situation, still Indian investor and Indian contractors, still they are not in a very good position, because of the previous situation they are facing problem. That is the reason that we have first only taken it 3,000 kilometer on BOT. If there is a good response, we can go for it. But now EPC mode, the all contractors, Indian contractors are very capable at making tunnels, road and bridges. So we can make the roads and we can monetize them. We can get the money from that up to 30 years. Even we will get more money from that. So this is the all type of models are there. We are trying all type of models. Some of the models where we are getting cooperation from the Indian banks also and Indian insurance fund. Even for capital market also we are getting fund from that. So different type of models, different type of approach is there, and we are working on the all models, and good response is very good.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for taking the question.
Next question is from the line of Mr. Archan Vyas. So your line has been unmuted. You can ask a question.
Thank you. So just wanted to understand, we have been talking, or you have been very vocal in supporting the electric vehicle in India. Sir, how has how do you see the future planning for electric vehicle? Whether we incentivize the electric vehicle per se, and how is the ecosystem coming together in terms of batteries, etc., charging in the country? I mean, we know that you have taken a lot of initiatives in some of the cities, especially. But if you can throw some more light, it would be very nice.
Actually, as far as the automobile industry, now first of all, the LNG is the fuel for the future. So before electric, I will tell you about LNG. Now for truck transport, commercial transport, we want to use LNG as a fuel. So on our express highway, we are now planning to make LNG stations. Somewhere the LNG we are getting by compress it, we get CNG. And we can also making use of CNG for four-wheelers, even for some tractors, from buses, everywhere we can use it. And now we are trying our level best to get CNG from biomass. That is also even CNG from waste, sewage water. We can get methane and evaporate methane from CO2, get bio CNG. So we are working on different models. So in my city in Nagpur, we have now 100 buses converted, diesel buses, into bio CNG. So now our sewage water we are selling to power generation company. We are getting 325 crores every year. And now our plan is to making methane from that. By getting from biodigester, we have 8 biodigester in corporation. We will get methane from that, and biofuel methane from CO2 with bio CNG. So we are on the different source, alternative fuels we are working. At the same time, ethanol economy is going to increase. The electric is, India is electric surplus. And the cost compare with petrol, diesel and electricity, 82, 83 rupees liter of petrol, 65 rupees liter of diesel, equal to 10 to 12 rupees of electricity. Still we have lot of schemes where the GST is only 12% on GST on electric vehicle. And now if suppose any middle class person, if is with his car, he is spending 6,000 rupees per month on petrol. After taking electric car, his expenditure will be less than 1,000 rupees per month, and there will be no pollution. So it is no time limit for that. When there is a good option and good alternative, economically viable alternative available, market already indicates that the people will prefer that. So the electric bike is now ready, electric auto rickshaw is ready, electric car is ready, electric scooter is ready, and in majority cities electric buses are now ready. For example, I am giving in Mumbai, the best diesel bus running, the cost is 115 rupees per kilometer. And now the ethanol bus in Nagpur we have taken is 78 rupees per kilometer, air conditioned bus with high quality from Scania. Now the electric air conditioned bus rate is coming up to 50 rupees per kilometer. So now the London transport model, on that basis many cities are now going ahead. They are giving rate on kilometer basis. The cost of bus may be 2 crore, but the cost of electricity is very cheaper. So that is the reason that we are getting 50 rupees per kilometer cost. So now it is an attractive model. Charging stations we are planning. Now different technology is coming. Some of the scooter and car you can charge in house also. There is no problem. The lithium battery, now there are a lot of research is going on. Lot of technologies are changing. Only thing I will assure you as a transport minister, within 5 years, India is going to become a #1 automobile manufacturer of electric vehicle in the world. You take it from me. At the same time, the scrapping policy is very important, and within that was unfortunately, I am very sorry for that. It is pending from last 2 years because of lot of things, but now we have taken a decision, and I am going to declare within 15 days. So we will declare it. That is going to be a good effect on automobile industry, that is going to reduce the manufacturing cost. So I feel that our future is very bright. Still there are people who need more subsidies, more incentives, but already the GST is only 12%, and I feel that it is more than sufficient. It don't need more any concession. Or now the things are moving fast, and the people are developing different models, and even some of the people, they are exporting also.
Thanks so much for that, sir.
This is the last question from the line of Mr. Vineet Bhatnagar. Thank you, sir. So your line has been unmuted. You can ask your question.
Sir, some of the overseas investors keep asking us from time to time that arbitration has become a very contentious issue, especially with NHAI. Is the government planning some mechanism to reduce the money that has got stuck in arbitrations with various bodies under your ministry?
Yes, this is one of the problem, is really a acute problem for not taking decisions. And one of the negative thing which in the Indian administration is, the people who are working in government, they never understand what is the cost for time. And that is one of the reasons our cases are pending. For this reason, we need positivity, transparency and time-bound decision-making process approach. But the system everywhere in NHI, that was the negative side of NHI, where any dispute is there, they all every time formulate committees, and they don't want to use their own rights, which they already have. And this committee mechanism is create lot of problems. And now we have changed lot of things. We are taking decisions, and already we are on fast track decision making process. We have conciliation committees. We have some judges on that committee. We have retired IAS officers, secretaries are there. Their integrity is undoubtful. And I always insist NHI to take the decision, and the liquidity problem in the market is very crucial problem. So now the things are changing, and there is a qualitative change in the system now. I am confident within 6 months, majority 80 to 90% of the issue we will resolve, and people will get their money, whatever the legally by transparent way. Our idea is to settle the issue, and I am constantly pursuing this. And now the speed is already they are moving the thing on with a high speed, and I am confident that within 6 months we have already we will resolve the problem, and there will be no problem as far as these claims and other thing will be there. There are also two issues. One is about EOT and additional scope of work. Even the NHI people take it to conciliation committee. So I have taken review of project to project, and it is very bad. And this is the only reason which I always annoyed with NHI. And it is the problem of the system. And that negativity, publicity is so everywhere. That is the reason that we have a lot of problem we already have faced because of this. But now the situation is improved. Our chairman is very good, positive. My secretary is very good. I am very confident that our total system is transparent, now time bound, result oriented and corruption free. We have also increased the right of different officers on different level, and I suggest them, when you are authorized to take the decision, why you taking note again forward it to central office? You take the decision. So we are changing it, a lot of changes we have taken. Now about NHI, there are a lot of committee appointed, lot of study making research of NHI system and administration. We are on the line that our new secretary is there. So with the new secretary and new chairman, and we will take some reform decisions regarding NHI. For the future, there will be no problem. Everywhere we will fix up the time clause, and on that limit we will resolve the issue.
Thank you very much, sir. I think your response was very encouraging in terms of issues getting solved over the next 6 months. That was the question from one of the investors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Question for the Q&A. May I request Mr. David Sonnen, Rosenblatt Securities, to extend a vote of thanks to Honorable Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari ji. David, your line has been unmuted.
On behalf of Rosenblatt Securities in the US, Phillip Capital, and all the investors who are assembled here today, I would like to thank you very much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to inform us of the important developments that you've been working on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you.